My name is Jamal Lawson. I'm the host, and I'm also the founder of Jam Clothing. And I'm here with Thomas Cuts, founder of God Gifted. So we're just gonna get it started. All right. So just tell me about your story, basically, who you are.
Okay, well, I'm Thomas Cuts. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. So first, I guess I started out doing a lot of different things in the arts and stuff. Really, my family is really a musical background as far as artistry and everything like that. Me myself, I don't play any instruments and everything like that, so I really look to different things as far as drawing and writing and different things like that to express myself, creativity. And also I played sports, played basketball and everything. Ended up going to Aurora University, which is where I met you, of course.
Yeah.
And then to now transferring to Roosevelt University down in Chicago. And really right there, I mean, it's just been a great experience as far as just being in the city is very eye-opening as far as opportunities. You know, there's different things that you see in Chicago that growing up in Michigan, where I'm from, people wouldn't even think of. It's not even in their head because, they've never been exposed to that.
Right.
And so it's the same thing being downtown where, and then knowing, I guess on a deeper level too, that places outside of downtown are what it is, except most of the money is going into downtown.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah, so you kind of talk about that transition from you going from a different state to to being here.
It's really different. I'd say I've never seen so much bears and bulls and and Blackhawks and all that attire. Because I'm used to the Pistons and Lions and everything like that. And it's weird because I was just talking to one of my friends and I was telling them how we had maybe 2 or 3 Bears fans in my class in middle school, and everybody used to think that they were weird and stuff.
Right.
And, over here I'm the only Lions fan, and everybody thinking I'm weird and stuff like that. But it's cool though. It's really, I say Illinois to Michigan. I would say Michigan is a little bit more spread out as far as their cities are, the populations of each city and what each city has, compared to in Illinois, it's Chicago based, and then the more and more you move outside of Chicago, the more and more rural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just farmland, corn.
Yeah.
I've never seen so much corn in my life driving through Illinois either.
Right, man. So I don't venture out of the city too often.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so you're the founder of God Gifted. Tell us about that.
Well, God Gifted started probably July last year, and or maybe probably June is when I actually heard. I was watching the finals, and the announcer was talking about LeBron, and he was saying how this guy is just God gifted, his God gifted ability to he's 6'8", 250, you know what I'm saying, and doing the things that he does, the passing and everything like that, and it just sort of stuck in my head, and when throughout that whole summer I just kept hearing it, and I always wanted to do a clothing line and stuff like that. Me and actually Tyler, Tyler Evans from Louisiana, who's my roommate at Aurora, he was real super big into fashion and everything like that. And he really, to be honest, he inspired me in really doing my research and going out and opening my eyes to streetwear for real. And so he actually wanted to do a clothing line at the time, and me and him were both collaborating, but we just never happened. He ended up leaving back to Louisiana. So now he fast forward to over here with God Gifted. I had this name, it just stuck, and it's strong too, because the way how everybody sort of looks as being gifted and everything is people like LeBron, people like Steph Curry and all these other people, but really in my head I sort of use it as everybody's God gifted, every single person on this place has been created, you know, and God has put skills and abilities and different things that are just innate. There's some stuff that people are just good at. You know what I'm saying? There's some stuff that people can just do naturally that not everybody can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter, obviously, you know, you can look at LeBron and you can say that, but there's some stuff that you can do that LeBron can't do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, because everybody has their gifts.
Yep.
You know, everybody has their gifts and abilities. You know, like I always I always joke about, I seen the people who like wash the windows on skyscrapers.
Right.
They got gifted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how high LeBron can jump.
Right. I'm not getting up there.
But LeBron ain't getting there, you know what I'm saying? Washes the windows, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, everybody has a gift. And I mean, I've always had like a business mind. I always say like the business mind really started with like cutting hair and everything like that. So, and then my mom being an accountant too, she used to always tell me a lot about like a lot of different financial things. I've always sort of been that type of person. And then really it just started with creating. Actually, I didn't even have like Photoshop or anything. I had GIMP.
Right.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
I started out with GIMP.
Yeah.
And I learned GIMP because in high school I like took a digital media class or something like that.
Right.
And so
yeah, I mean you gotta start somewhere.
Right.
Like how do you think people discover their gifts basically?
Right. And so I think people discover their gifts really the more, and this is sort of like what I'm going to with Feel God in a sense, but you know, there's different things that are sort of innate in you like right now.
Right.
And just different things that like, you know, can be like revealed to you, you know. Like there's different things like even like all the stuff that I'm doing as far as like this next film and stuff, like in high school I was just all basketball.
Right.
I was all basketball, like, you know, and all the stuff that I'm doing now as far as like photography and drawing and different things like that, I would have never thought I would be doing that stuff now until this got revealed to me, you know, just through the stuff that you go through, you know.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I took this brand and everything like that, but as far as like the stuff that I have in my mind, like creative wise, you know, I feel like my brand and everything is almost like a vessel me like to be able to express myself as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then send a positive message out into the world and, you know, let everybody know. Because everybody deals with confidence issues, you know what I'm saying? Everybody deals with confidence issues.
Right, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
No matter if you're LeBron James or, you know, I keep using him or whatever, no matter if you're like a celebrity or whoever, we all have confidence issues. And, you know, and this is sort of just like saying like, hey, you know, God, I'm God gifted, you know, I'm special. God has literally put gifts inside of me that nobody else, you know what I'm saying, in this world can do it like me.
Right.
You know? And so, you know, really taking that and really being confident in what God has put into you.
Right.
So.
Yeah. They don't know me, I'm just writing questions down when I think about it. I'm just gonna write it down. Yeah, so I don't forget. But yeah, going back to God gifted, so like now what is it kind of looking like? How's it morphed from, so you had 1 year of it, right, under your belt. So how has it morphed now into like what you want to continue doing with it?
Yeah, so I think, like when I first got into it, I wrote plans down, you know, I had like a hybrid business plan, you know, and, you know, I had some goals and stuff that I wanted for a year and everything. And so I think that right now we're moving on a pretty solid track. I'd say that, like, the stuff that we're doing, like I always wanted to start off just by branding, you know, branding. Because I know that like if I wanted to go and start putting messages on shirts and different things like that, straight up, you wouldn't be able to identify the brand itself. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I started out with our first 3 drops, the lion logo. Me and Dwight came up with it, and even like with Dwight too, like I always had to shout out him just because. The whole summer in developing this, he's been there since the second day I thought of making a brand. Because the second day I called him.
Right.
And I told him I'm thinking about doing this right here. Showed him like the little line with the crown.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was the one. He's like, we should put a reef around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so so we both technically created the logo.
Right.
And
it's a collaborative effort.
Right. And then all the stuff that we were doing as far as just making ideas and all the time we were putting in on it. He was doing that, without even technically being for real my business partner at one time. He was just helping me out.
Yeah.
And so really, to being my business partner, and then from there to because I always told him to be a leader or whatnot, you have to have people who are willing to follow.
Right.
And so really, the power is really in the followers compared to the leaders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why it always, and that first person is the person who starts it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The first people to mess with our brands.
Right.
These core followings that we have right now is going to be the people who propel us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We might have this little core following right here, and then so and so wears a shirt,
mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, because that one influencer, then a whole bunch of secondary followers are not going to start coming to boost you up. But it really started with these followers right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's just as far how it goes with shirts. But I always told Dwight, it was with the same thing, with allow me to lead.
Yeah.
And then because really Dwight has always had he's always been a great people person.
Mm-hmm.
He's always had a business mind, and he's really been great with promotions.
Right.
And just speaking, to be honest, in general.
Yeah.
And really, the only things that he really, and also he's one person who's always known what he's liked. You remember when he was at Aurora and stuff like that, he always have, these crazy outfits, but that were just Dwight though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's always known what he's liked, and so that's someone who's a very valuable asset in this this type of industry and everything. So
yeah, shout out to Dwight. He's got some style.
Yeah, he does. And so really with that, I saw I already knew that we were going to be a great fit, and him just learning the process of what it takes to make a shirt, and probably just the whole business and everything like that. That's the stuff that I've been make sure that we get that under our belt. And then, to be honest, I think, in the future we have plans of opening a store. He's definitely going to be someone who will be able to run over a store, and be the head of all those stores and stuff like that too. So
yeah, what you're saying is I think it's important to have people on your team that has something that they do really well. And they can be a really valuable asset to moving what you want to move forward.
Right.
So.
Because really, I think at the end of the day, we always want to continue to grow, and expand and everything like that. I don't envision us 5 years, down the line, still just being me and Dwight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so with that, we had to find everybody's strengths and weaknesses and the assets that they can bring, and then put them in those positions where they can, fully be effective, so we all can be effective.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends, D'Angelo, he's another person. It's funny. He's if you guys don't know D'Angelo, he's the light skinned guy who was in all my pictures. He's been in every single photo shoot for God Gifted, and it just happens though because we were always collaborating. And I'm just hey, you want to model this? He's like, sure. Yeah. So he started out with the first Lion logo. He was there with me, and then to the cross logo, and then to the box logo, and then now he's in the skateboard and whatnot with the Feel God. So, but even him, he's somebody has great ideas. One, he's a very creative person. He's somebody who's talented at everything.
Yeah.
He hoops at Roosevelt with me.
Yeah.
And then I also just did this photo shoot. You seen the pictures of the skateboard?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
He's Tony Hawk on skateboard.
Yeah.
We went to this UFC for this boxing workouts. He over here hitting combos a real boxer. So he's somebody who's just super talented. You know what I'm saying? God gets it, and has a lot of gifts. And he's someone who I'm actually thinking about adding to our team, as well as his like knowledge of Chicago, as well as Chicago fashion and just fashion period. So yeah, so.
Yeah, so you brought some of your merchandise here. If you want to show them what you got.
Okay,
So you got the shirt right here.
Yeah, so right here, this is the God Gifted. This is first off of our cross logo, and right here, of course, Breast Cancer Month is in October, and so really we're doing this to promote breast cancer awareness. Right here with the pink with the ribbons. One thing that I'm actually gonna give one to my aunt, her which is my cousin. She passed away when I was actually in middle school with breast cancer. Like she was only 32 years old, and ever since then, we used to do different things, just to promote. And so now me having my business, I just want to continue that, and I'm gonna give her a shirt and everything like that, and so that's what really this means to me with this. So it's a no-brainer. We got stickers as well, of course. Really, if you are anywhere in the Chicago area and you see these, take a picture of it and tag us in it. Then also right here, this is the Feel God shirt, and so Feel God is a campaign that we're running. This really started because Jerry Lorenzo, who's the founder of Fear of God, he said that it's not time to say something. It's time to like make statements. And so every T-shirt has like every clothing brand has different things that they might say on the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People say whatever, but really something that will make a statement. I feel like the name God Gifted already sort of makes a statement, and so now we're really expanding it and really showing like what it really is about. And so with Feel God, this is really talking about how when you're walking in God's presence, you can really feel Him. There's the different things that. So Feel God is really like how when you're walking in God's presence and you're really just things are going your way. You're having favor with people. Opportunities are coming your way, and you're just living blessed. And you can really feel His power. You can feel Him working in you. And so it's almost like and it can work in different ways. But that's really what Feel God is about. I'm actually shooting a short film on it. Should be coming out in like November. These are coming out in October, and then the whole Feel God campaign is coming out in November. And then we also have some long sleeves. You have some hoodies. We got some 1-year anniversary jackets. It's gonna be dope. Got some beanies. We got some face masks. We got a lot more stuff on the way too. So yeah, just stay on the lookout for that.
Sounds awesome. Sounds like you got a lot of good stuff coming out.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Well, what's something that most people wouldn't know about you? What's one of the most interesting things about you that most people wouldn't get to know at first glance or first time meeting you?
See, one thing people don't know about me, it's probably, that's a good question. I feel like but yeah, I'm really out, you know what I'm saying? No. I'll say, that's pretty hard. I'll probably say that I want to make a movie.
Okay.
I want to make probably a short film. Like right now I'm doing a short film. It's going to be like around 7 to 10 minutes, but I'm talking about like a whole like hour film.
Right.
I want to do that. I always um, watched you know a lot of movies growing up or whatnot. Then as I got older, I started like looking at them like differently. Looking at the scenes, the transitions, the composition of the film, and different things like that. And then when I started learning more and more about the technical aspects of it, then now another thing is like I love editing film,
Right.
which is just sort of weird. Like I could stay editing a film like for like a whole day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just kind of like one of those things that
right.
you just kind of get attached to.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I guess the whole thing of just filmmaking, period, I actually like that. So
That's dope, man.
so yeah, I'm a young Steven Spielberg. Filmmaking.
There you go, man. Reach out, man. Reach
Right.
out.
Right.
You gotta think about how you're gonna get there too. So,
Right.
right. So, all right. So, what is kind of one of the greatest accomplishments that you hold, like kind of like near and dear to your heart?
I'll probably say one of the greatest accomplishments that I've had. I guess I know the first one. I'll probably say I have two. I guess really, it's probably like teaching my nephew to swim.
Okay.
And so it's just because it was just like a lesson in life, And it's just because during that whole time, he really had to believe that he couldn't do it,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like something that it's like it's a whole there's a whole bunch of different times where so that you can do it, you know what I'm saying, or people know that you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just you stopping you from doing it,
Right.
And so that's even at a young age, he was like 7 years old at the time, 8 years old at the time. And, just knowing, me being older, knowing how it's going and him just living in the now, in his now,
Right.
And I knew that he could do it. And so for that whole week we were on vacation and he would get in the water and stuff like that. As soon as I let him go, he'd freak out
Yeah.
and different things like that. And but then there was a day where he wanted to quit. And then I was telling him how it's like your mom wouldn't want you to quit. Your mom don't like quitters and stuff like that. He was crying and everything. But I knew that he could do it. Have that faith and that trust and that belief that he can do it. And he still stepped out of his comfort zone, and trusted me that I'll still be there for him even though he's stepping out of his comfort zone. And he eventually did it. And when he did it, he was happy. He wanted me to take a video for his send to his mom and all that stuff like there. And so I guess really on just so many levels, I'll say, that right there is something that is like small, but something that is like a huge accomplishment for me just to be able to do that,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I guess the second one, is just like being able to, meet LeBron
Mm-hmm.
and give him a hat for my clothing brand. I thought that was pretty cool just because I remember when I was down in Atlanta and we were actually at a Hawks game and I seen Dikembe Mutombo. And so he was walking, and I knew who he was and everything like that. Like my mom and dad, they were asking, he's like, who is that? Who is that? I knew exactly who he was. And he was like walking right past me, and I was afraid to like take a picture or like stop him or anything like that.
Yeah.
And like he shook my hand and just like walked through. One, that's like one of the biggest hands.
Right.
He like, my hands are big, and you know what I'm saying? And but I knew how like I didn't seize the moment,
Mm-hmm.
And so now we fast forward to this past year when the Cavaliers came to practice at our gym. I was really just calm, and I was thinking I was like, yeah, it's LeBron, but I wasn't thinking I was like LeBron, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just came to him, and everybody was. They said all my friends said they were scared for me, because I wasn't scared at all. Though I just came up to him, said, "Hey, I reached in my bag, so I actually got a hat for you right here," and was able to tell him about one, I guess how the brand got started, just sort of off of him, and then explain to him what it means, and like the same thing, like how I'm telling you, explain to him what it meant and everything like that. He definitely ever said respect and everything, looked at the hat and everything like that, and took it with him and stuff. So, and LeBron, I hope you wear the hat. You know what I'm saying? Pre-game, just throw it on one time. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? But but it's I'll say that right there. In itself, and just being comfortable around all those players, really.
Yeah.
Something that's really cool.
That's dope. That's gotta be a real dope experience, man.
Yeah, man, it was.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna get into kind of the last question. All right. So I'm the founder of Jam Clothing. What we represent is fashion of inner qualities and express it outwardly. So the 4 values that we express is positivity, preparation, patience, and perseverance. So can you describe how you kind of relay those values within your life and how you express those values?
Okay. Yeah, so I'll say one, like, really always try to live like positive, and everything's really just about spreading positivity in anything that you do, no matter no matter what it is, no matter what setting. And then really, that's one thing how I want to use everything that I have, as far as even this brand, or, say if I was playing basketball, like getting in the league or something like that, it's always about spreading positivity, using what you can do for that. And as far as like, you said preparation?
Preparation.
Preparation, same thing, and just like how when I met LeBron and stuff, I was prepared. I knew he was gonna come. He was gonna come like a day before, like the day before he was gonna come. That's when I found out he was coming, and I knew I was like, this was like the great time, and so, and luckily I was prepared too, because we were all like almost sold out of all our stuff.
Yeah, that's perfect timing too.
Right, so it was just it was a workout like that. If I wasn't prepared, it could have just would have been a whole missed opportunity, a huge missed opportunity.
Right. Sometimes you gotta shoot your shot, basically.
Right. Kobe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bobby mentality.
Yeah.
But perseverance, like I said, it's been a year, but it's been really, I don't know if I've ever really just took a day off of not thinking about my brand, you know what I'm saying? Really, it really hasn't, never took a day off of just not thinking, even on vacation, you know what I'm saying? I was networking, even in I was on the strip of Vegas and stuff, talking about my brand and everything like that.
Right.
I saw the awards, to be honest, on vacation was God gifted. So when I met, first day I was in San Francisco, and I met the people who had the gold Lamborghini in Travis Scott's Butterfly Effect video. I met them, and I was able to give them a car for God gifted and everything. So now I think they follow God gifted too. So.
No missed opportunities, man.
Right. And then, but there's always been obstacles and everything like that. Just like, as far as us, me and Dwight, we're obviously like college students, so we don't have the most money to do everything that we want to do, and there's been times where we had to get loans, and people who invested in us, for like a return of investment type deal, and they were funding a whole God gifted drop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? we literally got a whole drop together in less than a week for a pop-up shop. And we were promoting the pop-up shop like we were about to go there, and we had no clothes in hand at first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that to be able to get the money, get the shirts made, get the hats made, get the blanks, then get the hats, and do all that stuff. Then get a photo shoot in it, and then the night before get our tags put in. You know what I'm saying? The night before the whole thing, and then set up the pop-up shop the same day. Get a photo shoot and set up the pop-up shop the same day, so we'll be able to run social media and and promote it more and everything like that. It's been a lot, but like I said, no matter what obstacle tries to come, we always gonna try to find a way. So. Yeah, you said the last P was.
So you got patience and we got.
Patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and patience and really for me too. I've always sort of been a patient person. I've never been just like somebody who's even in basketball and everything like that. Like I've never been someone to just rush. Yeah. Like when I'm cutting hair, I used to take way longer than I do now, and now I'll probably take maybe 45 minutes on average. But when I was first starting, I was doing like an hour 30 for a simple cut. But I always had patience and just, took patience. I always had a game like somebody like James Harden or something like that who's like doesn't really move fast all the time. You know what I'm saying? He's just sort of controlled with it. And even now, like with this business, Dwight's like the opposite. Mm-hmm. Dwight is like. No, just go. He like Westbrook.
Yeah.
When it comes to everything, like he'll pass like a print shop. He's like, okay, yeah, I just found this print shop right here. I just passed down the street. We need to do the 50 shirts. I'm like, just calm down. I'm like, calm down. There's print shops everywhere. Just because we pass one, we don't gotta, what I'm saying, go crazy and get samples and do all this other stuff,
Yeah, sometimes you need that yin and yang. Sometimes you need some urgency, sometimes you need some patience.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because with me, I'll have everything planned out and then execute it, you know what I'm saying? And Dwight will sort of make a plan, do it, make a plan, do it, make a plan, do it, stuff like that. And we always sort of bash with that too, in our different approaches to things, but I think I got him to be a little bit more patient now. Right. And but we still also get things done, P. Diddy said he's part of he's president of the get things done crew. And so, that's how we looking at it. So
that's dope. All right, well, you got any shout outs or any plugs you want to promote?
Well, obviously, shout out Jam Clothing, my man Jamal, for real. He's been doing his thing, It's always been a dope idea, you know what I'm saying? And got dope clothes and more dope stuff on the way. Of course, shout out Dwight, holding it down, soon. We're gonna be back up in Chicago doing some more events and different things like that soon. Shout out to D-Lo, for always being there since day one, really. Always supporting and giving your ideas. Shout out to my man Coney. Everybody go check his music out. My man Chan Fuse, check his music out. Shout out the whole Roosevelt basketball team. Shout out Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's about all the shout outs I'm about to give out.
All right. Well, where can we find God Gifted?
You can find God Gifted at God Gifted brand at Fuse that right there is on Instagram at God Gifted brand, Twitter at God Gifted brand, Facebook at God Gifted brand, whatnot. As well as our website is godgiftedbrand.us. Check it out right now. You guys go subscribe right now. Right now, the web store is closed, except we're going to be opening back up in October with some new stuff. So, yeah, be sure to check that out.
All right, Tom. Thanks for coming in, man. And thanks for staying tuned.